At this point, I feel like I'm going to take a shit. Let's let this lady leave.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's my order. Wait a minute.
Yes, of course.
Hey, I'm a little Italian guy that grew up in Yonkers, New York, right? And I was one of the lucky ones. I grew up in a loving family. You know, my dad, he didn't smoke, he didn't drink, he didn't do drugs. He didn't even curse. You know?
The mic close.
He had affairs with the neighbors, but other than that, he was a stand-up guy. He was my hero, right? Somebody I looked up to. Until I went to therapy. You guys all look like you've been in therapy, so you get what I'm saying. So, in therapy, it blew my mind because I found out my childhood sucked. It was miserable. My dad was a rageaholic with OCD. It's an incredible combination. So I started having these panic attacks, right? I couldn't sleep at night. So I'm in the emergency room. I'm in the emergency room. I'm in the emergency room. I'm in there more than the paramedics. It got to the point where I go in the emergency room and they go, hey Ralph, sit here. Breathe it out. We're busy, but you can do it yourself. I'm like, shit, I can't do it. So I called my therapist. I said, listen, I go to therapy and I pay money, and now I'm all screwed up. I don't know what's going on. I got this panic. I can't sleep at night or whatever. She's like, have you tried stand-up comedy? Yeah, well, it's something. It's a thought, right? So anyway, she says, hey, listen, don't worry. I can get rid of your panic attacks. You come in. We have this new depressive light therapy. You don't get rid of it. It goes back in your past, in your mind, and pulls this shit out, and you'll be fine. So come on in. So I go in. She goes, sit here. All right, and the light is going to go back and forth. You just want to follow the light, and I'm going to ask you questions. So I'm sitting there, and this guy comes in and straps me in the chair, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I realize it's for their protection, right? So the light's going, and I'm looking at the light, and the first question is, when have you felt fear, anxiety, felt like you were trapped? I said, are you fucking kidding me? How about right now? I'm like trapped in this chair. So life keeps going, and it keeps going, questions keep coming, and boom. I'm growing up in an escape room with Freddy Krueger. And his sidekick is Father Ed. The holy waterboarding fucking pedophile who chased me my whole childhood. I think I got away. You know, although after Jackie, with all the holes, I started getting flashbacks. I'm like, holy shit, Father Ed's been in every one of my holes. No. So anyway, so there you go. I'm having all these flashbacks. And, you know, is my life better off? Well, honestly, it was like Clockwork Orange meets Pulp Fiction. But the bottom line is it stopped my panic attacks. So the panic attacks are gone now, but I wanted to feel like Zen, right? Calm. So I keep going to therapy. My therapist said, just keep coming. So I'm going. So after years of therapy, many years of therapy, I gotta tell you, I'm still going. I mean, for me, therapy is like a Netflix subscription that never expires. But it's more than $12.99 a month. So that's a problem. But it wasn't all bad, you know. My mom, she was great. She was a cook. I smell this place, and it smells like, over here it smells like my house, over here, you know, it smells like a family. But she believed cooking solved everything, right? And my dad, and let's get back to the rageaholic dude, right? So, a rageaholic, you don't know what it is. They don't need substance. They don't need drugs or anything else like that. They just go out. And he had OCD. So OCD is somebody who's got all these weird habits, right? So Dad, a typical night at home, Dad would be, we'd be at dinner and Dad would go, you! And he'd go after me and my brother. So me and my brother running out of there. And Dad gets up from his chair, right? And he's got to do his OCD. So he's like screaming and he's OCD and then he licks. My dad has licked everything in my house. If you come over my house, don't touch a thing. Go away. He licks everything. So fortunately, for us, my mom got in stromboli, beans and scannol, whatever. She's feeding them all the food, and that calms them down to be almost normal. So I survived that night. And hopefully I survived tonight. So thank you guys. It was a pleasure.